Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Neha and today I'll be sharing my interview experience at IIM Indore. So I was very much nervous and excited for this interview. I got the call for PGP HRM program and I gave the interview on the 17th of Feb 2026 at the Taj Hotel in Delhi NCR near Surajkund area. So my interview was in the afternoon slot. I reached the hotel half an hour before the reporting time, and then we waited for the document verification process to begin. And for document verification, they asked for our regular documents that everyone has been asking us, like the 10th mark sheet and passing certificate, then 12th, and then graduation mark sheets and degree, and the work documents that were additional. Those were your joining letter, your relieving letter, and your pay slips, first and last month's pay slip. So after getting the documents verified, I waited for the interview, and I was the second person for my interview panel. And my panel consisted of two people, one male and a female professor, and they were playing good cop bad cop in my opinion. Like the female professor was very intimidating, but the male professor was giving off the vibe that chill, relax, I understand you, I understand the nerves that you are experiencing. So that kind of a vibe was there in the interview room. And post that, they started off by asking me for my introduction. I gave them my prepared answer, and from there they picked up my undergrad subjects. The female professor asked me what were your two favorite subjects in from your undergrad. So I mentioned business accountings and marketing management. And mind you, if you are mentioning any subject in the interview room as something that you like, as this subject is my favorite or this is something that I like studying, please be well prepared about that subject because they are going to go into the details and the depth, whether you have the required knowledge or not, whether you are aware about that subject wholly or not. They are going to test you on that. So they asked me questions about business accounting, like, so they started off with the basics, like what do you understand by accounting and what are the limitations of accounting that that you know. And then the question was what is actual accounting, and how would you know if someone has messed with their books, like how would you recognize, is there a pattern or and there was some cross questioning around my answer for this question. And then they asked me all and then they asked me about the accounting ratios as well. So after completing this accounting related questions, then they moved on to the marketing management answer. They asked me about the 7 P's of marketing, and then they asked me what does physical evidence, uh, what what does physical evidence mean in the 7 P's of marketing, and what is your understanding about it. So I gave them an answer for that. After that, they moved on to the work related questions. So they asked me what was my job role, what does the company do, and what all methodologies we used for our primary research, and have I ever conducted a focus group discussion or not? Have I ever moderated it or not? And she also asked me like, what do you understand by focus group? So I was able to answer those questions because that is my domain, so I was prepared for that. uh, After that, she asked me a question which was also something that you should be knowing if you're going for an interview, which was where are you from. So I mentioned Faridabad, and she asked to tell me three things that is Faridabad famous for or known for. And I mentioned the manufacturing hub that we have in Faridabad, and then the Aravali Hills, ecological importance of Faridabad, and then the Badkal Lake, and then Surajkund Mela that we have. So cultural and ecological and societal benefits that Faridabad holds. So I tried to give them a mix of everything. Uh, then came the maths related questions. So the male professor asked me to plot a graph, and then he also gave me an equation wherein he mentioned that you have simple interest of for 3 years, and then you have compound interest for 2 years. Which one would you choose? And uh, what is the difference between the two. So this is, so basically these are very simple questions from maths, but in that pressure situation it is important that you stay calm and you are able to answer the questions and you are able to solve the questions. It is important that you listen well and comprehend the question well in that situation. Moving on from the interview questions, then the female professor gave me my extempore topic, and this is a topic that I believe she came up with on the spot. She asked me, Faridabad, just a part of Delhi NCR or not? And she was like, you can speak for the topic or against the topic, any which ways. So I remember speaking against the topic that while yes, Faridabad enjoys the benefits of staying a part of Delhi NCR and the proximity with the national capital, but it also has its own identity and its importance. So I mentioned elaborating a little bit on that. So yeah, that is how I concluded my IIM Indore interview, and I was waitlisted there. And it is not a convertible waitlist number, but still, I am very much happy that they did not straight away reject me or something. And yes, stay tuned for more interview updates. Thank you so much.